This man is definitely a genius. Each time he rode his bike to work, he felt exhausted. One day at home, he noticed a flywheel device nearby, and suddenly inspiration struck. He decided to use the flywheel to create an assisted bicycle. He marked some points on the flywheel using a marker. Then he cut the flywheel into 3 smaller sections. Along the markings, he grabbed a fan blade. He planned to reassemble the fan blade and the flywheel. First, he measured and cut some metal plates. Then he placed them for positioning and drilled holes. After drilling, he secured them with screws on the flywheel. He identified the center point and marked additional points on the flywheel, then drilled corresponding holes for screws. This allowed him to connect the 2 parts into a single unit with metal plates. He added extra welding points for reinforcement. After welding, he removed the slag. At the center, he attached a solid steel rod. On either side, he installed 2 bearings. With that, the flywheel modification was complete. Next, he flipped the bike upside down and removed the rear wheel. He cut off the rear wheel arm. After cutting, he secured the bike in place. He positioned the flywheel and rear wheel in the center. Then he measured the distance between the 3 components. He bent 2 hollow pipes by hammering them into shape. Once done, he welded them to the bike frame. Then he welded a piece of angle iron. The angle iron allowed him to attach the rear wheel frame. He then installed the modified flywheel. Afterward, he measured and cut a square tube. He shaped the tube into a curved design and welded it to the bike frame. This connected the front and rear wheels. He welded a pulley to a small gear. Once finished, he installed it on the rear wheel. Then he attached the rear wheel to the frame. He proceeded to install the belt and welded the flywheel and bearings securely. This was the resulting setup after welding. Then welded the outer frame of the flywheel, installed the pedals, and fixed 2 chain rings in the gear shaft into 1 unit. Afterward, he welded them to the bike frame. Then he installed the front and rear chains. At this point, the modification was nearly complete. Excitedly, he tested it out. It worked flawlessly. Finally, he polished and refinished the bike. This is the final look after painting. Isn't it incredibly cool? Let's check out the real-world test results of the bike. Just start pedaling hard for a moment to get going. Then let the flywheel's inertia power the bike. So what do you think of his creativity? Out of 10, how many points would you give him?